Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video on this channel. So today we have the case inside of the shed. We are going to be pulling the motor out of it. We are going to be putting a new motor into it because we took off the flywheel, and as soon as it came off, it was just crumpled pieces of magnet. So that's why we're getting spark issue on this one. So we're just going to get a brand new motor. It's going to be a 10 horse diesel, and we're going to put a nice stack on it. But yeah, so we're just going to be pulling the motor out of this thing today. And I think one of the first things you want... Alright, so before you do anything with this, like I already did this, it will be in the next step in the video. You want to drain the oil on this. So I just forgot about that. And I thought I already did it, but I did not. So it leaked a little bit of oil. Mine was bypassed. So you guys are going to want to do that. Alright, so I'll see you on that step that I was just talking about. What you want to do is you just want to take this hose if you have it on yours. It just stops right there. So loosen up this hose clamp and this one, and just pull this entire thing off, because then it's going to be easier to get up into bolts over there. Alright, so I'll see you guys on the first step, or after that. Alright folks, now after you drain the oil, the next two bolts you want to get out are these two, and then there's two on the bottom. That is to get the motor away from the pump. So yeah, that's the next step. It's just those 4 bolts. When you get those off, just take the bolts out, maybe just put them in the battery tray, just don't lose them, just in case the motor that you are buying does not come with bolts or anything, you can reuse those. As long as you don't snap them, because older machines like this and the bolts, they usually like to snap quite a few times. Yeah, then after you do that, I'll tell you guys the next step. See you guys then. Alright folks, once you get all those bolts out, it's not just yet ready to come out. But another thing that I would do is I would take the carburetor off. I'm not to that step yet. I want to get the bolts underneath here first. But you might want to take that out, get the throttle cable off, because that is just going to be attached straight up here. It's just going to be a pain. Probably going to break it. But so yeah, take that off first. Where right here, you're going to want to use a wrench, just like right here. Right here, you could probably use an impact or something. I just used a wrench because it was just easier hook up and everything. But now your next step is to get underneath the tractor. And now here's the motor right here. Then there are 4 bolts underneath here. There's one there, one right there. Then there's the same thing on the other side. You can actually see it better on this side because there's nothing really blocking it. So on this side, it's going to be a pain because there's this pipe right here. So yeah, I think you have to use an open side wrench. Yep, you're gonna have to, because I can't fit this behind the pipe. But this part's gonna suck the most. But once you get those out, it should slide across this rail and come straight off. Alright, see you guys in the next step. Alright folks, this is another little snippet real quick. You can actually bend this pipe a little bit so it is a little bit more visible. Now you can use a ratchet with a socket. That will make your life so much easier, just not using a wrench. I just figured that out, because that's what happened on this side. You can just kind of bend it back, and you can kind of just put it up on that little piece of metal right there. Just kind of hold it there. It's kind of meant to do that so you can get to these bolts. Alright, see you guys on the next step. Alright folks, when you get those bolts out from underneath, you should be able to wobble the motor a little bit. Like I can pick it up a little bit from the front. So at this point, I have this thing jacked up, so it's easier to get the shit. Take that jack, put it underneath, kind of get it up to there, take those out, put it down. It should be easier to take the motor off. Alright, see you guys when it's off. Alright guys, so I just took the motor out. It was just those 8 bolts. And when you take it out, you can either just slide it out, and when you do take it out, put this thing back on here. If not, it'll get water in there and it'll fuck up all the hydraulics. But yeah, so you can either slide it out, you can kind of angle it, pull it out. It is pretty heavy though. I'd say it's probably around 50 pounds. It's kind of awkward to hold. Yeah. Once you get it out, you're all set. Alright, I'll see you guys when the diesel motor gets here. And